Yeah, I had something to do, man. I had to go work my move real quick. But like, share, subscribe. You already know the vibe. We outside. We all the guys. You understand me? Let's get back to it. Get back fluid. You smell me? But yeah, man, we here. We almost at a new year. Let me cut the music. We almost at a new year. And we trying to prepare for next year. Next year is gonna be different. This year has been different. You know what I'm talking about? And I think it's clear cut that niggas need to be prepared. We need guns and we need funds. And we need something for our sons. You understand me? Niggas got two eyes and one mouth for a reason. You feel me? You got two ears and one mouth for a reason. Right now, niggas is saying they on demon time, and we believe them. So now this is what we got going on. We got Demon Time, episode 1. This is the D-Law show, and we got Demon Time, episode 1. So like I said, like, share, subscribe. You already know the vibe. Nigga, we outside, and free all the guys. Alright? And so, as I stated, I told you we was gonna get more into the story of the nigga Lil Tony killed his mama. This is something you need to really take your time out to wrap your mind around this. Niggas killing their baby mama, niggas killing their mama. You got the sisters at war, not only with each other but with their brothers, with their niggas, they daddy, they mama. You feel me? It's all of this freedom where they feel empowered to wear whatever they want to wear. I just seen a bitch talking about some my body, my choice. I feel you. Your body, your choice. You feel me? But being on your own out here is so dangerous. You know what I'm talking about? And excuse me, I feel bad for y'all, cause y'all have no idea what you doing. You want to be free? You want to be out here? You saying fuck these niggas, fuck this and that and that and this, and this is what you get. So without further ado, you watching Demon Time episode 1. This is the D-Law show, and let's see what Lil Tony, let's get some more information on what the fuck Lil Tony decided to do to his mama, and why this is important and relevant to you. Because our sisters don't understand, y'all don't understand that your actions is perpetuating the type of shit that you about to experience and you about to witness all next year and the rest of this year. It's Savage Life, Demon Time. You feel me? And these are your sons whom you neglected. You feel me? Your sons whom you disrespected. Niggas had no feelings, no remorse, no connection with nothing. You feel me? And we need prayer. Like I said, we need guns, we need funds, and we need some for our sons. And prayer is a very huge part and a very important part of this, but I ain't gonna preach to you. I'm gonna try to teach to you. Alright, and so let's get it.
And I'm Ann Allred. The shooting happened yesterday morning on Edgewood Boulevard in Northwoods. Our Laura Barczewski talked with the neighbors who say this was not the first time they heard gunshots come from that home. Laura?
It's not, and neighbors tell me police had been out to the house several times in the past. They even saw 22-year-old Tony Martin Jr. point his gun at family members before.
Just sitting on the porch, nice cup of coffee, was cool, and you hear commotion, but you really don't take it in because it's not through a commotion and it's not happening to you. Shortly after that, I saw police everywhere, and I just stayed on my porch.
St. Louis County Police say just before 11 Wednesday morning, Tony Martin Jr. was arguing while putting away groceries with his mom, Christy Martin, when she touched his arm to get him to turn around, and he shot her in the chest, killing her.
I didn't hear anything as far as like the shots, but then the aftermath, the whole street was blocked off. Police and everybody was outside, and the family was over here. So it was kind of real upsetting to hear what had happened.
Police say Christy was dead when they arrived at the house. Neighbor Glenn Williams says he stayed away from Martin because he was worried for his family's safety.
It worried me a couple times because he actually was outside. Nobody was out here. He's shooting in the sky. And then the one guy that lives where the umbrella is said that he pulled a gun on his grandmama.
Williams says he has no idea how someone could do that to their mom.
I wouldn't think that you would pull it on your mom. You know, somebody that's taking care of you, you staying in her house, so really it shouldn't have been an argument at all. Whatever she said should have just been the final word. Neighbor
Lewis Brooks says he didn't know them well, but it's a very sad situation for the neighborhood.
It's just a tragedy that that young man took a turn and it gets worse. My heart goes out to the family.
Tony Martin Jr. is charged with second-degree murder and armed criminal action. He's being held on a $250,000 cash bond.
Tonight, a North St. Louis County man is in jail accused of killing his own mother.
So there you have it. I mean, I'm gonna try to get some more background on the story. You feel me? But yeah, man, he did that. He did that. Like I say, they on demon time. They on demon time. They fell in love with slime. You feel me? And they on demon time. And so I love God. I'm a man of God, even though I'm from the streets. You might say I'm a street nigga or whatever you might say. You can't put me in that box. None of our brothers belong in that box. But at the same time, we not all the same people. Some of us belong to the devil and some of us belong to God. And so for the ones who belong to the devil, we got to separate ourselves from them. The Tony Martin Jr. should have been with his daddy, because him being a junior, he should have been with his daddy. Daddies are important. Little niggas with no daddies, they are very emotional, very irrational. You feel me? And they prone to violence. And I'm not blaming it all on the sisters, because at the same time, you might got that demon semen. You might got that demon semen. You feel me? Because some of these niggas, like I say, come from the devil. And so if you open your legs to a nigga who came from the devil, nothing gonna come from your womb except for a demon. And you hear a lot of these niggas saying they demons. So you gotta choose wisely, right? Who you choose to fuck with. And at the same time, you gotta have a man in your life to protect you. You feel me? Like, you can't protect yourself. You can't do it. You fooled out here. You a victim out here. You a girl. You feel me? And you can have all the guns you want. You can't stop nobody from killing you or your children. You feel me? And that's vice versa. As men, we can also be victims. When you isolate yourself, you only one man. You feel me? Things have always been done in groups. You know what I'm talking about? Communities, families. And so these things are important. If somebody else was around and knew he was crazy or he was going through something, they could have prevented him from killing his own mama. You know what I'm talking about? But he killed his mama. You know, and she's gone and he's gone. He fooled down the road. There's no guns in there. When nigga find out you killed your mama, he gonna have to live in PC. You know, and life in the hole it's not life at all. You might as well be dead if you're gonna live in the hole, unless you can free your mind, right? But these young niggas don't have the ability to free their mind. They don't have a mind. They mind gone through the phone and through GTA and whatever else they was fed. But anytime a sister is raising a child on her own, she can't do but so much. You know what I'm talking about? And the spiritual aspect is more important now than ever because demon possession is real. You feel me? The spirit world is real. We can't see it, but it's out there. But knowing that niggas is on demon time, it should change your mind on how you should move, you know, where you should be. Cause the freaks come out at night. You know what I'm talking about? And I leave that right there. But you see what's going on. And it's up to you to really care. It's up to you to really care.
Good morning, everyone. This is a case that is not only tragic, but extremely disturbing. Around 10:30
It's crazy
p.m.
out here, man.
last evening, a mother's out for dinner.
Update on that.
It's crazy out here. And so, like I said, you have some people who belong to God and some people who belong to the devil. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna bring you another story. You know, if you don't know about God, if you feel like, you know, you don't believe because this or that, do some research. Pull up on me in my DM. You feel me? I got receipts so you can speak and help you through the week. Cause one day it's gonna happen to you. 2023 is the year of the purge. You feel me? And we need guns and we need funds. You feel me? Like I said, you got 2 eyes and 1 mouth for a reason, 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And this is the season. You better use what God gave you. You feel me? But if you on demon time, just know them demons, they're dead already. You feel me? They once belonged to the Most High. Like, the Most High allows them to do what they do. To see what you gonna do. You're not worthy of the skin you in, twin. You know what I'm talking about? And let me just let y'all hear one more and then we gonna go.
That disturbing case of a father accused of shooting his own children. His 5-year-old daughter did not survive, and his 8-year-old son is improving, but still in intensive care. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan has more on the boy's condition, what happened in court today, and why the investigation hinges on what the mother has to say.
We learned in court today that 8-year-old Jermaine Bass has been upgraded from critical to stable condition, but still has a bullet lodged in his skull. His father, also named Jermaine Bass, did not appear for today's hearing while prosecutors argued he should be held without bond.
There's no reason for this man to execute and attempt to execute his children. And that, again, supports the state's argument. This is an individual that was too unpredictable and too dangerous to walk the streets of Hillsborough County.
Detectives testified that Bass has claimed the shooting was an accident, but that evidence at the crime scene says otherwise.
If Mr. Bass's statement to you all is that it was accidental, what were you all relying on as far as charging him with premeditated murder?
The fact that the accident doesn't explain 5 rounds being fired into 2 different children that are on 2 different bunks.
And while the judge agreed that the evidence against Bass is substantial, she took State Attorney Ron Gale to task over a misrepresentation made in his petition to hold Bass without bond.
Don't put that in a motion if you're not going to prove it. It's disingenuous.
With no prior record, Judge Catherine Catlin ruled she could not deny bail.
I'm finding that the state has not met its burden. As much as I realized everybody will be shocked by that, I want it clear that I follow the law.
We also learned today that Bass's wife and the children's mother hasn't exactly been forthcoming with detectives. Homicide detectives say Shirley Bass has refused to allow them to see her phone.
She said her phone was with a friend because they were pulling photos from it to prepare for Jayla's funeral, that she would give me the phone the next day, which was yesterday, 9/1/2022. When I asked her for that phone yesterday, she said she didn't have it. It was with
Shirley Bass was in the home when her children were shot, but detectives say she insists nothing was wrong that day, and she claims she's not sure her husband actually shot their children. And though 8-year-old Jermaine Bass has regained consciousness, detectives have not yet had a chance to interview the boy about what happened to him and his sister on Monday night. Outside the Hillsborough County Courthouse, Kelly Cowan, Fox 13 News.
So once again, what I'm trying to explain to y'all is that it's something very spiritual going on right now. It's something it's so important that, like, if you watching this, and not many people is watching this, and that's fine. I'm doing this shit for personal reasons. I got all the clout I need in the life I'm living right now. But the shit that's going on in the world is so crazy. And it's like, this is nothing new. It's because it's nothing new under the sun. Everything has their cycles where they come back and they repeat themselves. But like, bro, it's time to stop. It's time to stop playing and start praying. You understand me? And as much as I want to clown around and fuck around, and this show could be lit with nothing but laughs and nothing but fun. You know what I'm talking about? But like, that shouldn't be so fake for me, because in my real life, I'm having my way. I'm having motion in every direction, but I'm still seeing what I'm seeing, and I know what's going on. The fact that nobody else really knows what's going on, it bothers me to where I can't even enjoy myself the way that I should be enjoying myself, because you got motherfuckers that the blind leading the blind. You feel me? You got motherfuckers who, you know, they really on demon time, and you're enticed by that concept of not giving a fuck or whatever, when this is really an old concept. But it was a concept through struggle. Niggas ain't give a fuck because nigga was fucked up, and we was trying to get it. You feel me? But once you get it, you understand how 5 years can change things. Like, I just seen Lil Baby had a post, you know what I'm saying, you can never imagine where you could be in 5 years or some shit like that. And that's what prison teaches you, because they sit you down, you know what I'm talking about? And if you don't lose your mind, if you don't indulge in the evil, because you talking about demon time, I realized how real the devil was when I went to prison, and I seen like what type of shit niggas was really into. Cause like on the streets, I'm getting all this money, I'm having my way, and the only thing that really exists in my world is guns and money, and of course all the things that come with that, which is high level, big business, everything fast, might lose your life in the blink of an eye type shit. You know what I'm talking about? But when you go to prison, it's day for day, and you see like who really evil and who really lost and who really is official for real, like real right type shit. And so yeah, man, this shit real out here, and I intend on continuing to help y'all out. Now, they were saying how the mother, she don't want to give up her phone and all of that. They don't know what's really going on. But I know it's high level witchcraft taking place with our sisters, and they don't even know. They walking right into the trap. Most of their influences come from witches, from the wigs, the makeup, eyelashes, all that shit come from the witches, from witchcraft. You know what I'm talking about? And I know that might be hard for you to believe, but it's the truth. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Some of the most wrinkled, fucked up, busted and disgusted looking bitches who are high level witches were able to masquerade in nightclubs, get semen from niggas, and do all sorts of evil, like a succubus. Start looking some of this shit up. Like, it's real demons and devils among us. And I ain't trying to scare you, I'm trying to prepare you. You know what I'm talking about? But like, share, subscribe. You already know the vibe. We outside, and free all the guys, man. You know what I'm talking about? This the D-Law Show. Demon Time episode 1. We'll be back just like Cook Crack. Stay tuned. See you soon.